So kind of the theme for today I think is going to be finger picking, just because the song I'm supposed to show you guys is called Daydream, and that whole song is basically sort of a finger picked song. Now, the tune started off in like a bit of a different form. We had kind of one arrangement for it, and then we went to the studio with Keelor, who produced the tune. He sort of switched it all up on us. He really focused in on this finger picking pattern and made it sort of like have that bounce to it that the recording ended up having. So the finger picking thing that sort of it started off with came to the forefront kind of throughout the recording process. So the finger picking pattern is kind of like you would, everyone I feel like knows Blackbird, right? That kind of thing. So it's kind of loosely based on a pattern like that with a few little frills and things. So I'm just gonna play it for you guys, see what I'm talking about, and we'll go from there. So this is Daydream. Smoke, it fills the air like a daydream in a dry heat, and the summer sun reminds you you love someone. Oh, I get so tired in the sunshine, warm in my eyes, with not a thing to do but lie here and dream of you. When I'm dreaming of a time we shared, with your soft skin running through my hair, it's blinding with no words to say on a summer's day. Shadows, perfection in the sea breeze, in the tree leaves, on my way back home. It reminds me I'm not alone, and it reminds me of a time we shared, with the crosswinds blowing through my hair. It's blinding, all the things we'd say on a summer's day. So I just lie here and feel this way. That's it. Kind of interesting thing about that tune, there's a slide guitar solo that happens halfway through, and switching from picking to slide is very, very sort of two different things. So I've sort of had to get used to playing this song a little differently than what I just did now, basically with this metal slide on the pinky finger, which really throws sort of like a stick in the wheel, because you suddenly only have 4 fingers to do all the chord stuff. So that you can have this guy ready for the solo bit. So when the solo bit comes, it sounds like this. You might recognize it. It goes so. So you get that kind of slidey sound. And now playing that picking pattern with the slide on is a bit of a trick. But anyway, no slide for us today. We're going to be talking about finger picking mainly. So, like I was saying, that song came together in the studio working with Keelor, and we brought him this tune and sort of played it for him, and he like heard it once or twice and was like, that's not it. And we were all very confused because we were really excited about this song. And he's like, this song, it totally reminds me of a song by Harry Nilsson that called Arrow that we'd never heard before. He played us a song, the Harry Nilsson song, and it was like a sort of like a light bulb moment for everybody in the room. Was like, yes, that's probably the way to do it. So I'm going to play you guys the Harry Nilsson song that he played for us right now, and you guys can maybe, if you see the similarities, well, you will see the similarities. So this is Harry Nilsson's Arrow. Goes like this. Me and my arrow, straighter than arrow. Wherever we go, everyone knows it's me and my arrow. Me and my arrow, taking the high road. Everyone knows it's me and my arrow. The bridge goes like this. And in the morning when I wake up, she may be gone. No, I don't know. And if we make up just a breakup, I'll carry on. Oh yes, I will. Me and my arrow, straighter than arrow. Wherever we go, everyone knows it's me and my arrow. So that was sort of where the, I guess, post inspiration came from. So that's a tune called Arrow by Harry Nilsson, which is on a really bizarre record that he turned us on to called The Point, which is kind of like a story. It's like a story album. I don't even know how to explain it. He basically tells almost like what's like a fairy tale, and then weaves in these songs throughout his storytelling. And that particular one is near the start, if not the first song, and it's about his dog named Arrow. And so it's this sort of like love friendship song to his dog, which I think is so cute. The picking patterns in those are basically the same, and it's a really common picking pattern. So what I'm going to do next, actually, is play for you guys another song that I wrote that actually has the same picking pattern in it, but again, very different song. So I think for all you guitar players out there, in case you do have your guitar on you, the moral of the story here is you can use the same pattern but different chords for different songs. So different speeds, different chords is going to get you a very different effect. So here is a song called Acknowledgements. All that I see is just a vision to me, spinning round and round in a coin laundry machine, as we get off to the back page of some local magazine. And your faith in the American dream has all blown away, just like a flag in the wind, when your freedom these days is a $5 scratching in. Is it just or have we lost it overnight? Oh, I wish I knew deep inside that you and I would be alright. When there's nothing in the world to see, we'll be surfing channels on TV, buying into how much better Does it ever really cross your mind that we're all just pawns in life's assembly line? The honest truth is getting so hard to find. Is it just or have we lost it overnight? And I wish I knew deep inside that you and I will be alright. Is it just feels like we lost it all this time? We don't see things eye to eye. Tell me everything will be all right. There we go. That's acknowledgement. So that one, exact same picking pattern, but you know, a different tune, so that's kind of cool. Use the same material twice, different ways. Sounds good. Cool. Let's see what else we have on this on the list here. Right. So for all you guys pickers out there, anyone who wants to get deeper into this, I've actually got an MP3 for you guys to download that is for Daydream. That's just the guitar part and the vocals together, so you can really pick out what the guitar's doing. It makes for a really good play along if you're into that kind of thing. And we're gonna have that linked up on our stories here on Instagram with the link to that, and we're gonna have that available for you, whoever wants to dive a little deeper if that's your kind of thing. Otherwise, I thought maybe I could play something brand new, maybe something that we haven't ever done before. This is something that I wrote maybe a month or two ago, and been just sort of, you know, mulling it around. Is that the word for that? What do you call that? Where essentially you play it incessantly until you get bored of it, and then it kind of, you release it into the world, if that's it. It stops being your own personal baby or your own little piece of property, and it becomes communal. So this is the process of turning this tune into something more communal. Also, the picking pattern in this is quite a lot different. It's got like this kind of sound. Listen to this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But inside of this 1, 2, 3, 4, we have these triplets. They go. So it's like there's a lot of stuff happening. Let's just say that. I was messing around with this picking pattern for a while for whatever reason, and I was trying to think of tunes that have this in it, and I couldn't think of too many. Aside from just like Leonard Cohen in general, and I couldn't really put my finger on what tune of his had this. And then I checked out his discography. It turns out he's got like 2 tunes on every record at least that have this exact pattern in it. So I think it sounds like Leonard Cohen used it for more than just a few tunes. The other tune that really came to mind for whatever reason, even though it doesn't have this exact pattern, but it kind of has this sort of vibe, is a Paul Simon song, and I'm a huge Paul Simon fan, if anyone doesn't already know that. And the Paul Simon tune that it always reminds me of is a song called Duncan. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to play you guys Duncan by Paul Simon, and then I'm going to sort of gradually migrate into the song that I was telling you about, which is that brand new one that I just wrote. So. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna have a sip of water here. And let's get into Duncan. Alright, here we go. Couple in the next room, bound to win a prize. They've been going at it all night long. Well, I'm trying to get some sleep, but these motel walls are cheap. Lincoln Duncan is my name, and here's my song. Here's my song. My father was a fisherman, my mother was a fisherman's friend, and I was born in boredom and the chowder. When I reached my prime and left my home in the Maritimes, headed down the turnpike for New England, sweet New England. Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know. I set off to find the ashes of childhood I left behind, before it laid itself to sleep, my giant leap for mankindness. Rusty cracks and rushing waters, more than we could ever bail. Did I ever think this sinking ship would sail forever? When hearts give up the fight, before time erases everything, when darkness takes the light, and if love still conquers anything, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, always by your side. We chose our words with great precision, knowing they might be our last. My head was thinking about the future, but my heart was in the past. And I set off to find the ashes of childhood I'd left behind, caressed and laid it down to rest as tears filled my eyes. When hearts give up the fight, before time erases everything, when darkness takes the light, and if love still conquers anything, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, always by your side, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, I'll be by your side, forever by your side.